I have a confession to make, everyone. So I kind of built this channel's reputation, so far as it has one, on reviewing weird stuff. Stuff that doesn't get a lot of attention on the other channels. Well, Armenian fruit brandies, but also rums and mezcals and Mars, Bahamas brandies, things like that. However, I find myself currently in the position of having a ton of single malt scotch over there in the archives, waiting for review. So I find myself puzzled as to what to do. Like, I can't just, do a month's worth of scotch reviews. Everyone will revolt. Everyone will yell at me. So what I'm going to try to do instead is pander. Pander to everyone so that you let me get away with doing a lot more malt reviews than I should really probably be doing, considering my role in the booze tube ecosystem. So today's pandering is more Baraillon. Baraillon from the Claverie family is absolutely one of my favorite Armagnacs, and I think really like one of the internet's favorite Armagnacs. They're just so like earthy and rustic and fun and complex and interesting. Now, last year, coming towards the end of the year, I did a flight of kind of your standard, what would I say, grape bill? Standard grape bill Baraillons. But I've got some more to review, which is the Folle Blanche series. Folle Blanche, of course, is the original Armagnac grape. It was also the original cognac grape, but cognac replanted, and Armagnac, well, it also replanted, but less. So there's still a lot more Folle Blanche down there. Baraillon, so far as I know, didn't really make a ton of brandy out of Folle Blanche up until fairly recently, like the late 80s is when you see the first vintages. But I've got a few right here that we're going to taste out and score. I have got a 2002, a 98, and a 95. All of these bottled circa 2022. I don't want to math out the ages. I don't want to do math on camera. Sorry. I will put my guesses as to the ages down below. All right, so nothing much more to say. 100% Folle Blanche in all of these. Distilled at Domaine de Baraillon. Let's go. We'll just go in kind of reverse chronological order with these. This is the 2002. It was bottled January 29th, 2022, so probably 19 years old. 45% alcohol by volume. On the nose. I mean, Folle Blanche Baraillons tend to be cleaner than the standard Great Bill Baraillons. They tend not to throw so much like mud and lemon at you, which for me is like really the Baraillon signature. This is much more light. It's more floral. So it's a lot of wildflowers and brown sugar, really. There's some nice figgy notes. Along with the wildflowers, there's a little bit of a grapey floralness. There's a nice Moscato d'Asti note. I will rant again. Moscato d'Asti is awesome, especially in weather as miserable as this. We're going to hit like -7 tomorrow here in Chicago. Especially in weather as miserable as this, I really want to do nothing but sit by a summer poolside with a glass of Moscato because it's awesome. And if you were the person dragging a big old Napa cab to the pool during the summertime, what is wrong with you? You're buying the wrong wine. Anyways, back to the Baraillon. A little bit more dried fruit. There's a little bit of golden raisin thing. Touch of peach. But yeah, the overall impression is flowers, Moscato, brown sugar, fig. That's a lot of what this is. Hold on, let me get some water. There's a little bit of like a potting peat thing to this as well, but it's pretty subtle. I mean, it's just a nice, clean, pretty Armagnac on the palate. God, Baraillon is so good. They're just so good at what they do. I mean, if you've had some of those kind of more rustic Baraillons and you think, I recognize the quality here, but I want something a little bit cleaner, buy some of these. This is going to be your thing. Kind of follows from the nose, really. Flowers. Lots of flowers. It's not, we're not in like the borderies here. We're not out of control with the flowers, but they're there. Mm-hmm. I could repeat a lot of the notes from the nose. Brown sugar, flowers, Moscato d'Asti. Strong black tea. What is that? It's a little bit smoky as well. It's like a Russian caravan tea. So there's like mostly black tea, but there's some little bit of lapsang in there. A little bit of lapsang of like smoky tea. Brown sugar, figs, prunes, peach, little apricot, golden raisin, black pepper, cinnamon sticks, little bit of nutmeg. Did I mention peach? Yeah, peach. And just like a really good mouth presence. It's got texture. It's a very peppery texture, but also a very floral texture. It's got some punch. We are not quite hitting my lungs, but we're starting to tickle my tonsils a little bit in terms of the mouth length. Just a very impressive brandy overall. I mean, this is, and it's approachable, and it's one that I feel like, if you like brandy, you will probably like this. You probably just will. I could see cognac fans getting into this, but I could also see like some of the woodier Armagnac fans getting into this. Everyone will like this. That's kind of great. Okay, let's give it a squirt of water. Come back. Moving on to so this was the highest strength in here. The 98 is the lowest. This is 41% alcohol by volume. Domaine de Baraillon, 1998, Folle Blanche, bottled February 8th, 2022, so shortly after this. Ooh. Whoa, okay. Sorry, let me wrap my head around this. Even more floral than the 2002. Way more floral than 2002, and it's trending in a different direction. Like there's wildflowers on this still, but you're going to replace the Moscato d'Asti with like some cleaning supplies, with maybe a little touch of Fabuloso, like some all-purpose cleaner, maybe a little Pledge in there. Yeah, there's like a little bit of like a cleaning supply element to this, but it's in the best possible way, because the foundation of this is a combination of like Baraillon grunge, like mud and like wet topsoil and like campfire ashes. What is that? Like what's this soy sauce thing? Wow. Yeah, like a light soy sauce. Really like dried fruit marinated in soy sauce. So like take some plums, take some figs, take some nectarines maybe, like an apricot or two, throw them all into soy sauce, give them a couple of hours, take them out. That's kind of what this smells like. Plus cleaning supplies and some flowers. So I'm going to say right off the bat, this does not seem like an Armagnac. This is going to be everyone's thing, unlike the 2002. But it's putting a smile on my face. On the palate. Oh. Oh my goodness. This is such a good house. I mean, they're just so good at what they do. Kind of follows the nose. I mean, so once again, the foundation of this is your good old-fashioned Baraillon mud. It does not bring the lemon juice that you get in like the standard Great Bill, but there's so much like mud and like boiled down soy sauce and topsoil and potting peat. It's 41%, but this has tremendous texture to it. There's a really intense overstewed English breakfast tea thing, a jaggery thing, like a intense brown sugar kind of character. Tea leaves along with the overstewed tea. Jesus, what am I tasting? Lots of flowers. Most of the cleaning supplies thing on the nose is not so present here. There's a little touch of like lemon pledge, but that's it. Oh, pepper, used cinnamon sticks, musty wood. Yeah, there's totally like a musty thing on this. Like it feels like it was in a stinky cellar for a long time, because it probably was. This is not going to hit as many palates as something like the 2002 will, but I do think it's better. This is just a very impressive brandy. All right, I'm going to give it like 2 drops of water, because at 41%, I don't want to drown this. Let's move on. Let's see if the 95 can beat that. Domaine de Baraillon, 1995, Folle Blanche, bottled November 19th, 2022, at 43% alcohol by volume. Baraillon never gets high in terms of the ABVs. It's one of those producers that never really pushes it. But don't think that means they're not big boys. Jesus. Okay, so now we are entering full on like rancio mode. I mean, this presents old Armagnac in a way that old Armagnacs that are 10 years older than this don't sometimes. I mean, yeah, like musty cellar. There's some like soy sauce is back, like a little bit of like a soy sauce chocolate, dark chocolate thing, if that makes sense. But then, yeah, like peach peeking through, flowers, more mud, some lemon peel, orange peel. Lots of cinnamon, cardamom, allspice, tea leaves. I mean, so yeah, we're combining different kinds of rancio here. There's the fruity rancio. You have the umami rancio. You have the intensely woody rancio. And all of those feel like they're kind of combining in this with a nice layer of wildflowers kind of strewn on top. It smells like dark and serious and old, even though like this is not even 30 years old. Wow. On the palate. Yeah, this is like a, 26, 27, something like that, year old, mid-20s Armagnac going on 40. Like, that's really what it feels like I'm getting here. It tastes twiggy and campfirey and umami chocolatey. Mud, forest floor, toasted lemon peel, lots and lots and lots of flowers, cinnamon, cardamom. I feel like I'm chewing on tea leaves. Earthy, musty stuff. Yeah, I mean, if you are a fan of old, musty, woody Armagnacs and you don't mind a little bit of, like, earthy grunginess, like, this is going to be as approachable for you as the 2002 is. And again, I think it's a better brandy. I don't know if it's beating the 98. We'll go back through these again, but it is incredible, like, how mature this tastes at what is for Armagnac a relatively young age. We're not really turning up the Baraillon grunge with this. It's there, but it's part of a broader picture, a more Armagnac palate friendly kind of picture, if that makes sense. Tremendous. 1, 2, 3. Let's do 5 drops. And go back through these. One more time. 2002, on the nose. Ooh. There's like a basket of berries here. It's like the Moscato note. It's still kind of there. I'm still getting a little bit of Moscato, but it kind of blew up into some blueberries, some raspberries, some nectarine. Yeah, but it still has that kind of floral thing, the brown sugary thing. I mean, it's just like, no one's going to hate this. I mean, if you have had a brandy in your life and you have enjoyed it, you will probably kind of be into this. A little bit more lemon peel as well now. I mean, this develops beautifully with water. Really, really nice. Okay, palate. Oh. Look at my face. I'm making the face of someone who is, like, listening to metal and the riff just dropped. Like, that is my face right now. This is a heavy metal brandy. Oh my God, that really steps up the water. It was good before, No, it's phenomenal. I don't know if I can get 90 out of this, but damn. Oh. Awesome. So yeah, you've got more citrus coming out, but it's like a candied citrus thing, like toasted lemon drops or something like that. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. Still very floral, brown sugar, tea. The finish and the texture have really, really, really stepped up with the water. Some of you've still got the Moscato thing, but again, as on the nose, you're starting to get more fruits in there. You're getting nectarine. Getting, what is that? It's got something tropical. A little mango, maybe? Peach, blueberry, raspberry. I mean, what am I going to say? This is a really good brandy. Score-wise, try it again. Neat. Oh, it's just... it's good neat, but it's nowhere near that. It's nowhere near what it is with water. Oh, man, it's night and day. I mean, the texture this is hitting with, this is like an 87 plus 2 equals 89. So yeah, let's call it that. 87 plus 2 equals 89 friggin' points. A really, really, really impressive score for like an Armagnac that hasn't even hit 20. Moving on. Freaking Baraillon, man. Okay, back to the 98. This was probably the weirdest one of the bunch. And would you look at that? When you add a few drops of water to this, and I added, you saw me, I added like 3 drops. It suddenly cleans itself up and turns into like a blueberry pie. Throw some other fruits in there too. Yeah, it smells okay. Imagine you made a blueberry pie and you've got some other fruits. You got some raspberries, you got some peaches, grapes, figs, prunes, and you're walking along and you drop them all into mud and you pick it up and you say, it's fine. That's kind of what it smells like. It's a delicious fruit pie in mud. Oh, plus some cinnamon. And some tea leaves. All right, here we go. On the palate, hasn't developed as much as on the nose. We're still kind of very much on flowers, kind of Baraillon grunge, earthiness, topsoil, mud, some lemon pledge, but some other citrusy stuff too. And just like a ripping mouthfeel and finish with teas and black pepper. You know what? I think with water, the O2 is better. Yeah. I think you give the O2 some water, it is outboxing this 98. And this 98 is a darn good brandy. There's some tweaks in how it behaves, how it presents itself with water. This 98, I don't think you're really gaining or losing quality. It's just changing up a little bit. Maybe it gets a little bit more civil, a little bit more brandy palate friendly, if you like, with water. Call it a 98. Or, 98, Jesus. 88. 88 points out of 100. But especially neat. Probably the weirdest of the bunch. Unless the 95 really, really gets weird on me. Which could happen. On the nose. 1995. Here we go. Maybe fruity's up a little bit as well. More mango. There's like a peach cobbler thing. Cinnamon sticks. But there's that background of mud and like boiled down soy sauce. Tea leaves, definitely tea leaves. Give it some like tobaccos, maybe stowed Virginias. All right, on the palate. Oh. Like, it's just terrific. A absolutely terrific, old school, presents older than it is Armagnac. I mean, this could be, from the early 80s or something. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put it to you like this. If you're like a Len Cantata person, if you like that kind of aggressive woody profile, but you sometimes wish it wouldn't go quite that hard and would throw you a little more detail, a little bit more complexity, here you go. This is your thing. Because there's a lot of wood in this. There's a lot of stewed tea. There's also a lot of fruit and happiness and peach and almost like a stewed pineapple, like a grilled pineapple thing. But it's got some character to it. It's got some umami soy sauce topsoil kinds of stuff. It's got some flowers. This is not just a big old wedge of wood with a little bit of fruit on it that you're shoving into your mouth. But is it beating the 2002? Hold on. God damn, the 2002 is good. I finished my glass of the 95. That kind of tells you everything, doesn't it? The 95, it's got a little bit more complexity to it. I don't think it gains as much with water, not by a long shot, but it's such a killer value if you like Armagnacs that behave kind of old and serious and rancio-y. I'm going to call this 89 plus. 89 plus for this 1995 Folle Blanche from Baraillon. Absolutely killer lineup. Like when the lowest thing in the flight is an 88, things have gone well. So yeah, there you go. 98 Baraillon, 88 friggin' points. Very, very interesting, neat. Changed with water. I don't think it really gets better. Fun style. Not the most approachable style, but a fun style. And yeah, 88 points. And then you've got this absolutely bonkers 2002, which is a little bit, it's fine if you have it neat. It's fine. When you add water to it, it really comes alive. 87 plus 2 equals 89. 89 points. And then the 95, it just is such a really serious value for those of you who are looking for an old, musty, rancio-driven kind of Armagnac. 89 plus points. Thanks for watching, and cheers.